Well, Jamie, what did you think of that?
Wow, that was awesome. Epic views, killer walk. You've got to put this on your bucket list though. Get up to Charlotte's Pass and see the start of the Snowy River if you're going to follow the Snowy River from Marlow all the way to the top. And don't stop at Lake Jindabyne, what we thought was the start of the Snowy River, because it's not.
No, it isn't. It goes all the way almost to the top of Kosciuszko.
That's right.
We would have gone up there, but the rain sort of came in a bit, and we decided we wouldn't go all the way up to the top of Kosciuszko because it was raining.
As you can see from out the windscreen, crikey, we just got the car in time from the rain. Woo! Just started raining on us when we come back up to Charlotte's Pass from the Snowy River. My goodness, how bad's the rain, Cooper? Absolutely torrential. And it said it was 8 hours walk, so we thought, that's a bit late in the afternoon for that.
Yeah.
All good. We're heading to Tom Groggin for this evening's jaunt, and
that way.
That way.
That's why I'm leading.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's why I'm looking at the map. So, which is also why I get the blame when we go in the wrong direction, and when we go to the start of the snowy, and it's not really the start of the snowy.
That's right. So we will probably show you some of Perisher Valley because we're going to drive straight through the Perisher Valley because we bought a day pass to do, I don't know, the Kosciuszko National Park.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you at the next stop.
Really, it wasn't because of the rain. I thought I might have been having a heart attack.
Just making our way along the Alpine Way. Just stopped before and look at Pilot Lookout. Now we're heading across to Tom Groggin, which will be tonight's final destination. Got this pretty spot now where we just drove across the bridge at Leather Barrel Creek and Leather Barrel Camping Ground, Picnic Ground. What a beautiful spot to just admire what Mother Nature has to offer. We've never been to Tom Groggin, so hopefully it's pretty. It's nestled between the base of Mount Kosciuszko on the west side and the mighty Murray River. So hopefully it impresses us. I'm sure it will. I've heard lots about it and it's been on the bucket list for many years. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, we've only got 500 metres till we get to Tom Groggin Rest Area. That's the camp for this evening. Stay tuned and we'll see what it looks like. Never been here before. Just heading into Tom Groggin campground now. We're going to have a scout around and see if we can find a picturesque campsite. Already picked up some firewood and going to have a nice campfire tonight and cook some steaks over the open coals. Looking forward to a couple of quiet beers on the side too. Been a really pretty drive all the way over the Alpine Way. Never done that drive before. I highly recommend if anybody gets the opportunity to go into the Kosciuszko National Park, certainly check out this area. Go and check out Lake Jindabyne, go and check out Mount Kosciuszko. You won't be disappointed. How cool is it when you can just camp out in the wilderness with all the elements and the friendly kangaroo just comes to say g'day with absolutely no real fear. Kept his distance, but at the same time, it's not very often you get to actually camp in a paddock full of kangaroos. Absolutely magnificent, and this is a first for me. I've never camped in a paddock full of kangaroos and had them so friendly that they actually come and say g'day.
Hi, Ken here from High Country TV. We're at Tom Groggin campsite, which is the east side of the Kosciuszko National Park, just right on the edge of it. We're between the Murray and Mount Kosciuszko, which is pretty cool. And we've got an awesome backdrop. We've got it's just magical. It's a special kind of place. It's a special time of the night or the day. Sorry, got a mosquito biting my ear. There's some kangaroos around, which we've got some footage of, we've seen. And we're having a nice dinner tonight. Gonna have some nice steak, some nice food, some veggies.
And you're gonna ask me a question.
So Cooper, what are you gonna do tonight?
I am going to roast marshmallows.
Sorry, what was that? I nearly didn't hear you. They want to hear you. What do you reckon?
I am gonna roast marshmallows.
And have you got a special stick for roasting marshmallows?
Yes.
That's a pretty good marshmallow roasting stick, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. You found that one, didn't you? Yeah. All
Just
right.
getting this one warm.
Excellent. So, you're right. You're roasting marshmallows. We might have a couple of beverages, because we can.
Yeah.
And we get a good night. Tomorrow we're going to Cancoban and then off to the Murray River, to the upper Murray River. And then from there we'll head down to a few other places. Right, have a good night, or day. We're going to have a good night. Thank you very much.
This evening we're going to cook a couple of Scotch fillet steaks over the open fire. And we're going to serve it with some broccolini, and Ken over in the background is cooking some potatoes and some onions up.
Jared.
And we're also going to do some baby Dutch carrots as well on the char grill. So what I do to prep steak, it's at room temperature, it's been out for a couple of hours. Give it a bit of a spray. Some people do this, some people don't. I do personally. Been cooking steak for a long time. Season well.
The reason we bring spray.
Plenty of salt. Plenty of pepper. And my favourite, Moroccan spice. Some people like it, some people don't. It's not hot, spicy, it's got no chilli in it. Just gives the steak a really good flavour. bit like the Americans do. They like their steak rubs. I like Moroccan on steak personally. Flip it over and do the other side. Same again. Light spray. Yeah, a bit of salt. Bit of pepper. On we go with the pepper. And again the Moroccan. And we're going to cook that on a fire that we've had going for a couple of hours now. It's down to basically coals with a few little flames going. Depends on how you like your steak. If you like it medium rare, probably 3 minutes on either side. If you like it more well done, obviously you cook it for longer. All personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that over to the char grill and I'm going to start cooking that up.
This is some of the stuff that I like to cook when I'm camping. I know Jamie's doing steaks because he's a master of them. I love his steaks. So I've got the baby Dutch carrots, I should say. In here they've just parboiled off pretty well. So I'll turn that off because it's easy enough to relight. So I don't like to waste water because water's a commodity when you're camping. So some hot water in there. It's only got a bit of salt in there. In here I've got my Dutch potatoes, my style of them, and some wedged onion. Magic spray. The reason we use a spray when you're camping, it's just a bit easier to carry that than a bottle of oil. So you heat up to this. As you can tell, I like banging things around when I'm cooking. Just the kind of guy I am. Now this isn't bought in the shop spice. This is something I made up myself at home. Just got a few of the flavours I like. Threw it together. I reckon it'll go nicely with the Moroccan on the steak. Now what I did with these potatoes is I actually, after I parboiled them, put a little bit of butter in there, stirred it around, just let them soak in a bit. The carrots are going on the char grill later, but I'll put them up there for now. A little bit of my magic spice. You don't need a lot. I'm not going to give you the recipe for that, because you just don't need that. Sorry, a bit of light on there probably helps. A little bit of salt and pepper. You know, Cooper doesn't like too much of the pepper, so just start sizzling away, toss them around. Beautiful, happy days, as Jamie's friend Jamie Olive would say. Anyway, we might get back to that in a minute.
Alright guys, time to cook the steaks. So I've got some broccoli as we discussed before. Put that over here because it doesn't really need to cook too much. Char away. And put the steaks on. And the secret to a good steak, don't play with it. Let it do its thing, let it cook away. And in my opinion, flip it once. Alright, we'll let that sizzle away.
What do you think, Mr. Jamie?
Looking very nice, Ken. Looking very nice. Looking forward to dinner.
Brown like a chip because they're parboiled. We're just giving them a bit of a sear on the outside and a bit of flavour.
And there we have our tea cooked in the bush over an open fire and obviously on a gas stove. Combination of Ken's cooking and my cooking. Bon appetit. We're going to sit down and enjoy what I would call a pretty special meal for something cooked in the bush. Well guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. We sat down and enjoyed our steaks sitting around the fire. It was absolutely magnificent. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share us with your friends, give us some comments, and hopefully we see you on the next episode of High Country TV. Thanks for watching.